Welcome to the Best Home Planetarium channel, where today we're taking a look at this. This is the K-Swing KS1005A, very catchy title. Comes with a little instruction manual, and it also came in this very plain box. This is a budget projector and speaker, so they haven't spared any expense on the box at all. You get a little remote control with this, as well as a USB cable, and that's how you power the device. On my particular unit, there was a little bit of a damaged front. You can see just below that there's a USB stick slot, that's for audio files. There's also controls on the front, and then it's just a pattern on the back, speaker grill on the bottom, and the main projection lights on the top. There's controls around the front, so you don't have to use the remote, but it's much easier to do so. So you can turn this on, off, you can set the different LED modes, and you can skip tracks if you're connected via Bluetooth. According to the website, this has an RGB Class 1 laser light, and it's totally safe for children's eyes. This is what it looks like when you turn it on. So I've got it on a bedside table, and you can see there's a large projection against the wall. It has multiple colours. You can cycle through red, green, blue and white. You can turn them off and just have star dots projected, or you can reverse that and you can just have the sort of nebula ocean view and turn the stars off. The different colours will light up the room in a slightly different way. You can see some are a little bit more subtle and leave the room darker than others. And this should cover approximately 25 by 25 feet from 10 feet away. So it's perfectly fine for reasonable bedroom sizes. You can see it's filling the room quite nicely with light. You wouldn't need anything else, or you could have it on in the background if you're having some sort of party and just a darkened room. This would look quite good against the wall, just be a bit of a feature. The Nebula speed, the movement speed, can be adjusted as well. It can go slower to faster, and this is all being controlled by a remote. So here we go, let's just slow this down a little bit more, and you can see it makes quite a big difference. All of a sudden it's a little bit more atmospheric than when it's going crazy and swirling around really super quick. You're also able to adjust the brightness being projected, so it can be lowered, and that's why the camera keeps flashing a little bit. I'm adjusting the brightness, so you can see there it's much lower. The camera's adjusted. When I put the brightness up a notch, the camera adjusts again, and we'll keep going, and you can see a bit more of the room. It gets brighter and brighter until it's filling the room with quite a lot of light. This doesn't just project onto the back wall. If I move back and show you the ceiling, you can see it actually covers quite a lot of the ceiling as well. So we've got it all on the back wall, and there we go. And there's a little moon in amongst the stars. The stars are kind of twinkly, so you can see some there look twinkly. They don't move, there's no animation, there's no actual twinkling. So I'm in a bit of two minds about the stars. I quite like just the moving nebula swirling around the room. I think that looks very cool. And of course, experimenting with the different colours gives you different effects. But what do you think? Would you use this with the little stars, or would you turn the stars off? As I mentioned at the start, this also has a Bluetooth speaker built in. It's not the most amazing speaker you're going to hear, but do you know what? I think for the low price, it does a reasonable job. You could put a little bit of music on in the background if you wanted some calming music, or maybe some relaxing sounds, nighttime sounds, rain falling, something like that. Or you could have this on and maybe connect it to something like Audible, where it could read out a storybook to you. And for podcasts, it's fine, but don't expect it to be thumping out the tunes with a heavy deep bass. This is, after all, a very low cost unit. Decent little projector for the price then. I'll put a link below. If you're not sure what kind of star projector you're interested in, you'll want to check out the recent video I did comparing lots of them together. I'll put a link here. Click this button and I'll see you over there.